Hey out there in tattoo land. Anyway, today I wanted to put a video up of a review on the GT5 tattoo pen. I just got it today. I bought it from Mithra Tattoo Supplies. I mean, Mithra is known for their needles. They make awesome needles. And I just want to put a review up because I see a lot of reviews for the Cheyenne pen and a lot of reviews for the FK Irons makes a pen, and you see a lot of reviews on them, and they're high dollar, which, you know, I'm not knocking the machine, but me personally, I'm a coil guy. I've been tattooing with coils for, I don't know, 15 years, something like that. More than that, probably. I don't know. It doesn't matter anyway. Regardless, I was a little shy from buying a tattoo pen. The pens are expensive. The cartridges are expensive. And like I said, I'm a coil guy. And part of the reason I was a coil guy was because I purchased a rotary machine a couple years ago. I tried it a couple times. I personally didn't like the rotary machine, and this isn't like a Chinese junk machine. This is a name brand machine. I'm not gonna throw any names around just because I don't want to, like, you know, whatever. But anyway, the problem with the rotaries I found was that they hit hard, but they don't have any give, you know. So I kind of felt like it was tearing the skin up, more or less, and they don't have any. They're hard. They're not soft. It's a hard, steady punch without any give, and that's part of the reason why I love coil machines, because, you know, obviously you have the spring set up where, you know, you're getting give on that, so it's a softer. I think it causes less trauma to the skin while you're working. With that being said, I was hesitant about trying the pen because obviously I haven't had too much happy results with rotaries in the past. I can say that this machine, I've used it. I just got it today. I used it on 2 tattoos today for lining, color packing, and black and gray work, and it does everything. I like it. It does the way it's supposed to. I think part of the reason why I like this, and it might not necessarily be the machine itself, it might be the actual cartridge system, because these require you to use the cartridge systems. When I was using the rotary machine in the past, I used the standard soldered needle bar with the stainless steel tube that you autoclave setup, and it really doesn't allow for any give when you're using a machine that's not a coil machine. Rotaries, it's just, I mean, they're hitting and they're not backing off. I mean, you're getting punched in the face with it. I think that the cartridge system, had I used the cartridge system with this rotary, I would have had a much better experience with it than had I used the traditional needle bar setup with a standard stainless steel tube. The cartridge systems really do allow, or they give you the softness, so it feels like you're causing less trauma to the skin while you're doing it, and that was my whole problem with the rotaries. Was that it just felt like, man, this thing is just tearing the shit out of skin, you know what I mean? It's just beating the hell out of it because it didn't have that give. So the cartridge systems are I think where it's at when it comes to doing it with a rotary. I've never used a cartridge on a coil machine. I don't really think that you would need to be honest with you. So as far as the pen goes, I like it. I like the way it runs. It does what it's supposed to at the voltages that it's supposed to. It has that give, that softer hit to it. If you're hesitant, like I was, about using a pen because of previous experience with rotary machines or rotaries with the traditional needle bar setup, I would recommend trying it. I mean, honestly, I feel like this is gonna help me get to a higher standard of tattooing. It's just a lot easier to use than a coil. You don't have the offset of the weight. You don't have the constant tuning and adjusting like you do with the coil machines. The only downside is that, hey, if it takes a shit, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? It's going in the trash, I'm assuming, because if a coil machine takes a shit, hey, you know, it's a capacitor, or the spring snapped, or, you know, any number of things that is an easy fix. But if you want to try a rotary pen, the GT5 that I got from Mithra, I mean, they're a reputable company. I like it so far. I've only used it one day. Will it last as a daily driver for a year? I don't know. We'll find out. But I just wanted to make a video for somebody that might be in the same position as I am. You know, you're always using coil machines, and you never really had anybody out there say, hey, you know, I've tried rotaries, I didn't like them. You know, now there's pens. I mean, it's all been around for a while, but, you know, the old school coil guys are just like, no, man, I ain't messing with the rotary, you know? And I was like that too, because I just didn't like that they didn't have the give. And now with these cartridge systems, I think that you get that give and that more will feel like a coil machine with the way the cartridges are made, because they do have that spring back that comes back. And I don't know, it just makes tattooing a lot easier, and I feel like I'm like kind of enjoying tattooing again. So check it out. If you like what you see and you're happy with it, say cool. If not, you know, hey, I'm sorry I didn't help you out. But anyway, if you're interested, and you leave something in the comments saying, hey, let us know what's up with it in 6 months, and in the meantime I might also, you know, experiment with some of the other pens out there. You know, there's a lot of $600 pens, but for me, with my previous experience with the rotary, I didn't want to invest that kind of money into something that I might use for 30 minutes and throw in the trash. So if you want to try a pen, you're a coil guy and you want to try a pen, and you don't want to spend $600 on, you know, the other pens that are out there, but you also don't want to get like a piece of shit Chinese machine that is a knockoff for $50. I think the GT5 is something to check out. I liked it. So try it out. All right, cool. Thanks. See ya.